What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon Legends ZA video. Alright, so, you know what I'm saying, basically to kind of fill out the Pokemon drought that we have, I thought of doing some scripted content. I have a couple other scripted videos in the pike. The first one being, of course, 6 things I would like to see in Pokemon Legends ZA. Alright, so honestly, I think more than likely what they're going to do with Legends ZA is they're going to take kind of copy paste from Legends Arceus with a new story, a new setting, new characters, and new megas. But I think they're going to do a lot of what they did with Legends Arceus because they got a lot of positive feedback from Legends Arceus, which is both a good thing and a bad thing because there are some good things about Legends Arceus, but Legends Arceus, as time has gone on, I've kind of seen like the issues with Legends Arceus. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not the greatest game ever. It's better than most, but is it better than Scarlet and Violet though? I feel like that's gonna be a banger video if I ever do that one. Which one's better, Scarlet and Violet or Legends Arceus? The battle continues. Let's get on into this though. So, bring back trainer battles. Okay, now this is something for Pokemon in general. Alright, just to bring back the trainer battles. Like, I don't like this idea of like optional trainer battles where, you know, you can just walk. Like, if I could just walk by them and just never fight them ever, like, what's the point of even having them there? Like, why even waste the resources on a trainer that I will never battle? The whole thing about battling Pokemon trainers was the fact that, oh man, I gotta try to avoid this dude, and you gotta strategize, and or either keep enough items on you so you can heal up your Pokemon so you can be ready for fights. It just adds an extra layer to the game having mandatory trainer battles. Like, if you get caught, you know what I'm saying? If you get caught and you get caught eye to eye with the trainer, then you have to fight him. I think that's better than what they have now. I know that some people like to do the minimal fighting run, like the minimal battle run of the game, which kind of works because with the EXP share being on all the time now, you know, doing trainer battles will overlevel your Pokemon. Like that's a certainty, you know. So I guess we can't have both, but I would like more trainer battles, especially since this is in the city and there are more people than wild Pokemon, you know. Alright, so I think I talked about this in the previous video I did when we did that big like 4chan leak. I want this game to be RPGA, okay? Alright, I want this game to be very single player focused, alright? Put more resources in the story and the characters and the look of the game than putting it into like a bunch of multiplayer like features. You know what I'm saying? I think the one thing they could do with Legends Arceus to kind of give it its own thing is to make it a primarily single player game with a limited multiplayer. Like, you can battle friends on your friends list, you can trade, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a little co-op area, you know, but that's about it. Like, keep the big, like, fully fleshed out multiplayer, you know, tournament modes and all that kind. Keep that stuff for the mainline Pokemon game, but make this more of an intimate, you know, experience, you know? New Game Plus. So speaking of that intimate experience, I think New Game Plus will be pretty good. If we're not gonna get freaking difficulty, difficulty settings, like if we're not gonna get that in Pokemon, give me a New Game Plus. All right, you know, something that will make the game harder on a second go round and make me actually want to play the game again. All right, because even though most of the time with Pokemon games, I don't really replay through the story again. I have one save file. Once I beat the game, I got all my Pokemon on that save file. So I don't really have another reason to like make a new save file or start the game over or whatever. You know, this would kind of give me a reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, New Game Plus, this should be something for all Pokemon games, not really just Legends ZA. Alright, so this one might be a pipe dream. Alright, regional variants. I want regional variants to come back. I think regional variants is probably one of the coolest ideas the Pokemon had, because it's a new way of breathing life into old Pokemon that also comes with a new look, a new design. You know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty good. You know, like how many Pokemon have gotten a new life in the metagame because of regional variants? You know, I think this is a good idea. You know, so now of course it's more work for Game Freak, and we all know how Game Freak kind of gets when it comes to work sometimes. All right, so this is a big one. Okay, all right, this could probably go under the RPGAF side of this video, but fishing. All right, here's the thing. I want fishing back in Pokemon. All right, why? Because it makes the water feel different from the land. Now that we have this whole thing where you can see all the Pokemon that you battle all the time, like, okay, but the water should be different. All right, the water should be different. There should be Pokemon that you can't see in the water that you have to fight. And one way you can do this is by bringing back fishing. Not to mention, every amazing RPG ever has a fishing mechanic. Okay, not to mention, it could also add a whole new like creative level to Pokemon, because it's something that you have to craft. Like, say you can craft your own fishing rod, you know, or better yet, you can craft your own lures. All right, you know, that could be something that you could craft from all the various things that you pick up, all the various ingredients you pick up in the game. You know what I'm saying? See, you gotta think. You know what I'm saying? That would be pretty cool. All right, and last but not least, I want the whole Pokemon battle system in this game. The biggest problem I have with Pokemon Legends Arceus is the battle system feels empty. It feels hollow. It doesn't feel like when you have like a battle system that gets slimmed down for like, you know, it's like speed purposes, something that gets condensed. You know, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels hollow. It feels like something is missing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like the battle is sped up, or the you know, the gameplay is sped up. It just feels like it's missing something. All right, and that is abilities and hold items, because they add extra layers of strategy that you miss when they're not there. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels like old school Pokemon battles, which some people might think is a good thing, but that's not exactly a good thing. Can you imagine if we went back to like Generation 1, like before there was a special physical split, before there was abilities and all the other? Can you imagine how, like, I mean, it would be cool, but it would also just be missing something. You know what I'm saying? And you would feel it. That battle system would feel nostalgic, but once the nostalgia wears off, you realize it's just hollow. It's just not remotely as good as the modern Pokemon battle system. And that is something that I get from the battle system of Legends Arceus. Like, yes, they added in like the speed style and the strong style. Like, they added in all that kind of stuff, but I mean, you can have that in too, but give me my whole items and abilities, okay? All right, make me think. I want to have to think in these fights, all right? Tell me what you think, you know what I'm saying? Because I think this will be about it. I feel like I could probably come up with more of these, but I didn't want to make this video too long. So, tell me what you think in the comments. What would you like to see in Pokemon Legends ZA? If I get some cool ones, I might even make a brand new video of this, because I feel like there's more I could probably say here. But that's about it for this. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real and tell me what you want to see in the game.